Hey guys, my name is Brandon. This is MyPOVGuitar, where we help you learn guitar from your point of view. We've gone over in the past some pivot fingerings you can do to help you change chords quickly. We're going to use those pivot fingerings, and I'm going to show you a lick. This is the first time I've ever done a video on a little lick that you can play over every chord just to kind of spice things up. If you're starting to get bored, this is something you can do whether you're playing pivot fingerings or the full chords. It's a really simple thing to kind of dress things up and to kind of open up a whole new world for you. And I'm going to show you this from your point of view. Okay guys, we're going to do just some pivot fingerings on some chords. And I've gone in depth in this in a video, and I'll point to that there. If you want to learn these more in depth, I'm just going to kind of blow through it real quick and do a refresher so we can get right to this lick that we're going to play. And basically what a pivot fingering is, it's not the full chord. So like I teach you a D-sus2, the idea is to keep your ring finger planted, okay, your third finger. That allows you to kind of go to G, to C, to E minor, to A, back to D with a one finger add. It's really good for beginners to kind of get used to switching chords quickly. And that way while you're establishing your rhythm, you don't really have to study your left hand as much, okay? So the chord progression in this one is going to be this D-sus2. We'll just call it a D for this purpose. Okay, we're going to start there. It's going to kind of be our anchor. So it's going to be that to E minor, which is a one finger add, to C, to G, and then back to the D. So D, E minor, C, G. This is how this sounds if you just kind of play the chords. Okay guys, now we're going to go over this lick. So what I want you to do, I want you to get your ring finger ready to make all these chords, okay? So like for that D-sus2, that's where we're going to start. Even though we're not going to strum the chord, we're going to play the lick first and go into that E minor, but I want you ready for the D-sus2, okay? So really all you're going to do is you take that first finger on that second fret, third string, where that D-sus2, where you're going to have it, you're just going to pull off. You're going to pluck it and pull off with enough pressure. Use the momentum that you have from that one strum to make that ring out. Okay? Then you're just going to move up to the fourth string, same position, second fret, same finger, right? So you're just going. And if you strum that twice, that's okay, but I kind of want you just to do one strum and get two notes out of each pluck. Okay? So basically the way it's going to be is to the E minor. And you go back down, do it again. To the C. G. Same thing. Okay? So you're going to build muscle memory because this lick's the same thing. You're just going to learn how to play these chords around it. What that's going to do, it's going to help your right hand know to move back and forth. See, I messed up and hit some strings I wasn't supposed to. Take some practice, okay? So I don't really want you to worry about strumming. Even if you know how to strum that chord progression, that'll be the final thing that you do. But really, I just want you to get used to doing that lick and strumming once on the chord. This is teaching you how you can play licks around a chord progression and just play the same notes and they're going to work. The best example of that is Today by the Smashing Pumpkins. I don't have enough neck to do it. Let's pretend it's down here. What? Jing, 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 jing. They do that chord progression while he continues to play that lick. It sounds so cool. It was really popular in the 90s and I loved it so much. That's kind of what we're doing here. You're kind of playing this chord progression around that. Except you're the only one doing it. You don't have two guitarists doing it, right? So it's really fun, guys, and it's building so much muscle memory and, you know, trying to change the chords. That's why I gave you the pivot fingerings to make it easy, because you can do this with the full chords as well. And then you might change how you finger it, right? Like if I was in that C, I'm going to just reach down with my middle finger. But if I'm on that D, to use my index, you know what I mean? So anyway, this is just a good starter lesson, guys, for licks. You'll be able to start dressing up your chords, and everybody poo-poos, you know, a lot of teachers poo-poo, oh, you know, you need to get off these cowboy chords. You can make these cowboy chords sound so cool by just embellishing some things, you know? Just some add-ons. And this is an introduction to pull-offs. You know, you got hammer-ons and pull-offs, you know. I use that a lot in my finger picking, you know. So anyway, this is just a good starter, guys. And like I said, just take it easy with it, you know. One strum. And then as you get better, you know, you can kind of play around with that, your fingering, kind of. That's kind of what I was doing in the beginning. You know, I'm kind of adding some more notes to it, but instead of just going, I'm kind of doing hammer-ons. But that's for later, guys. So just practice with that till you get good at it, and then I'll give you some more lessons. We'll embellish these a little. There's a lot of things you can do with the C and with the D. That makes this really fun. Guys, if this helps you, I ask you to subscribe. And if you think my beginner course could help you out, check it out at MyPOVGuitar.com. And guys, we'll see you in the next lesson.